All right. Did you see a shortcut, maybe? We had log 15 over log 4. No, you can't cancel the logs. The log of the argument over the log of the base. That's the shortcut. Log of the argument divided by log of the base. Does that make sense? Our argument's 15, so we have log of 15. And what is our base? So log of 4. So rather than working it out every time, you can just go straight to this. Does that make sense? Okay. We're going to rewrite log base 4 of x using common logs. What would you write for this one? Do you agree? Do you have to put the 10? Okay. In the answer key, they might have the 10. If you want to put 10, that's fine. You don't have to. Does that make sense? Okay. We went over that last year. All right. So how would you do this one? Using a calculator, it says evaluate it. Okay. Do you agree? Do you agree with that? When it says use a calculator, which answer does it want? The decimal. Okay. Any questions on that one? Make sense? Okay. Use calculator to approximate this one. I mean, not really. I don't think so. All right. What would I do for this one right here? Okay. You could do that. Or you could just have 4 outside the front. 4 times that. Does that make sense? Yeah, 4 times whatever that is. I think it would work the same way. Let me see. Log of 6 to the 4th divided by log of 15. Or log of 6 divided by log of 15 times 4. We get the same thing. So either one works. Those are equivalent. Does that make sense? So what are we going to add? Log of 7 over log of 4. Or you could say log of 7 to the 5th over log of 4. Do I care which way you're going to do it? Okay, see if you can plug that into the calculator and get the right answer. What do y'all get? You agree? If they don't specify, I usually just round to 4 digits. Y'all see how that works? Okay, try it using LNs instead of logs. Use LNs instead of logs. Mhm. What do you get? Same thing? So does it matter whether you use logs or LNs? Do I care which one you use? Whichever one you prefer. I don't know about that. I don't know if you I don't know if you use one log and if you use one LN if you'll get the same thing or not. Try it, man. Actually, I could probably just plug it in. No, it's not the same thing. You have to use all logs or all LNs for it to be the same thing. One space 10, one space E. All right, for this one, are we going to be able to use change base? Okay, write it how? Exponential would be what? Any ideas what you would do on this one? X squared equals 4. How would you solve for x? Uh-huh. The 17th root of b to the 17th is what? And then we're doing take the 17th root of 47. Yes. Okay, there are two different ways you can do this on the calculator. Ooh, I can't change it to the document camera and it still record it. So listen closely to what I'm about to say. Turn your calculator on. You can either do 47 raised to, open parentheses, 1 divided by 17, close parentheses. Or you can go to your catalog. I don't know where else to find it on the thing. I can find it on those little blue calculators that y'all use. It's second 0. And you're looking for this button right here. Have y'all seen that on your little blue calculators before? It's in math. Okay, go to math number 5. There you go. That little symbol, math number 5. Okay, so if you just hit that symbol, this is probably what just popped up. Answer with a little blinking box. Okay, so what do we need our answer? Not the answer, what should it be? 17, and then the 17th root of 47. Either way, you should get the same thing. Does that make sense? So whichever way you prefer, I don't really care which way you do it. Whichever way you prefer, what should you get for B? Y'all see how that works? Any questions on that? Okay. All right, how can we graph x squared plus y squared equals 4 on a graphing calculator? Yes. How do you do it on a graphing calculator? Solve it for y. So y squared would equal what? Do you agree? Then what would you do? All right, square root of 4 minus x squared. Anything else? Square root, what do? You got to have a plus or minus. All right, so here's what you're going to do. You're going to put in the square root of 4 minus x squared. So you go to y equals, and you do the square root of 4 minus x squared. You could, if you go and graph it, it looks something like that, right? It doesn't really look circular because our calculator isn't a square right here. It's a rectangle. So, I mean, you could make it, if you really want it to look like a circle, go to zoom square, number 5. Anyway, so back to y equals. You could put in this on your calculator if you really want to. However, I don't want to do that because it's going to take too long on some of them. So instead, I'm going to do negative y1. Oh, that's the problem. I got to remember how to get to it. Well, you got to get y1. Hold on, let me think. I got to remember how to get to it now. I knew. I don't think it'll work if you just type it in. Let me see. Do what? Where is it? Hold on. 4 minus x squared. I'm trying to remember. I had it. Format? No. No. I knew it. I knew it last year, and now I can't remember where it would be. Variables? Oh. Let me think. I'll have to come back to that, but that's what you can do. You can just do negative y1. Let me think a minute about where it would be. Where is it? Yeah, I'm there. Oh, function. There it is. Thank you. All right. You go to vars. Okay? It's next to clear. All right, you go to y, vars, or vars. It stands for variables. And you hit function. And then do you see where y1 is? Thank you. I knew it was somewhere. So you're going to go to y equal, and then you're going to be where you have on y2, you're going to be where you have negative. Then you're going to vars, y vars, function, y1, and it's going to input it for you. Hold on. All right. That's what it should look like on your graph. That's what it should look like on your y equals. Do you have negative y1? They don't connect, but that's what it should look like. Do you see the graph? Okay, so the graphing calculator can't do them perfectly, but it gets it close. Does that make sense? Your graphing calculator isn't as smart as you. You know what a circle graph looks like. It can't do it correctly. Okay, so does everyone understand where to get y1? The reason you wanted to use the negative y1, soon, they're not going to be centered at the origin. They're going to be different. Like, instead of x squared, y squared, it'll be x minus 2 squared plus y plus 4 squared equals 10 or something. Does that make sense? And so then it'll be a lot better if you do negative y1 instead of doing the negative of the second one. Does that make sense? Okay. All right, so let's look at this one. Here's an example. It's still centered at the origin, so it's still easier. What is this a picture of? Yeah, what's the math? Yeah, an ellipse. It's still centered at the origin because it has x squared and y squared. No numbers inside of x squared and y squared. Does that make sense? Standard. Standard. No, that's if it's a line. No, that's if it's a line. X over something plus y over something equals 1 is double intercept for a line. This is just standard form for an ellipse. So what are we going to do to get it to be able to put it into our calculator? All right, so what should I do first? You could, okay. Okay, multiply everything by 9. Do you agree? Then what? That's one thing you could get. I'm going to show you what I would have done instead. It'll be the same. Multiply everything by 36, 4 times 9. You get the same thing. I don't really care which one you do. Divide by 4, and then take the square root. Does that make sense? 36 divided by 4 is 9. 9 over 4, same thing, right? Do I care which one you have? Could you simplify this even further? You could make it square root of 36 minus 9x squared over 2. Okay, so I really don't care which one you do. It doesn't really matter. It's okay if it's not completely simplified because we're putting it into the calculator to graph it. Yeah. Does that make sense? I mean, if you want to simplify it further, you can, but then you're more likely to make an error on plugging it into the calculator. All right, so I'm going to say square root of 9 minus 9x squared divided by 4. Should I do anything to my y2? I already have that in, right? So do I have to change anything? Okay. And this is what my graph looks like. Do y'all see that? It looks more like a circle, right? But again, if you want it to look like an actual ellipse, go to this button that says zoom, and then you see zoom Z square, the 5th button, and there it goes. Y'all see how that works? Any questions on these? Okay.